Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is my Combiner Wars Dragstrip. I figured with Motormaster last week we might as well just do all of the Stunticons in a row. I probably won't combine them into Menasor at the end because, I don't really see the point. At the moment they're all individualized. If you watch back to my collection videos, where I've done a video of the entire collection, you would know that in my old house I had a specific spot set up where it was the key to Vector Sigma and the Stunticons being brought to life sort of thing. So yeah, that's why they're all individualized and not as Menasor like some of my other combiners were. And I don't have that display space here, so yeah, they're all just sort of living in a crate. Anyway, this week it's Dragstrip. So I haven't really got his back end in properly, but I'll just click that in now. Articulation wise, you've got the, that kind of movement. You've got an elbow like that, it's a bit hollow on the arm, and the bicep twist. No rotating hand, all the hands are the same. Really good, splits ability sort of thing. Really good articulation for both the forwards and backs, although you do have to be aware of his, the nose of his race thing. One of the things I do like is that in the robot mode, they've got the silver, the combining peg thing is doing the same thing that his original chest did in the G1 version, and I might have done the G1 version in the From the Collection Fridays. I can't remember if I did or not. I think I did. But yeah, on the original you had a silver part that folded down for the for the chest, and it was the engine in the car. So I really like that they carried it over in this one. He does have waist articulation as well, and he does have knee, but the knees are a little sort of stiff. Obviously to a degree because they make up part of the combining limb, and for the combining thing it's basically just looking like that. I mean, it's really, other than fixing up the rest of his upper torso, that's kind of what the lower arm looked like for Menasor anyway, and you can see it was nice sort of back end. Yeah, I don't think that there's no toe articulation or anything, but and he does have articulation here at the top of the thigh. Should point that out. So I mean, he's well articulated. Can do the full exorcist head thing. Goes back that far, goes forward that far, which really isn't much. Has quite a nice facial sculpt. I don't really know if I would say it's accurate to G1 sort of thing, because I feel it's kind of like the Transformers animated, and that. And he does have quite a cool face though. It kind of, not that this is gonna focus properly. There we go. It kind of reminds me of Mechanical Judge from 2000 AD, Judge Dredd sort of thing. And full spin if I didn't full spin. Has the ability to sort of fold down lower if you need it to, because of how it's jointed there. So yeah, all around I actually think he's quite cool too. I like the colouring. I like that it's not the same sort of vibrant yellow that the original had, or what I saw as a vibrant thing. It's more sort of a mustard yellow. And I do like that he turns into a Formula 1 style car versus well, I guess his original was a Formula 1 car, but it was a 6-wheeled car versus a 4-wheeled car, And it's like a four-wheeled car is probably going to be more acceptable on the road. And of course, you know, you're not having to deal with, you know, exact licensing like you would with the original. Because, you know, who says it's Formula One car? Maybe it's an Indy car, or maybe it's this kind of car, and it's not just one brand of car sort of thing, or car maker. So yeah, and like, you know, I think it was good articulation. You can sort of see like a bit of sort of wear on the plastic there, where it's sort of, you know, paint degraded or whatever. But again, like, I think they've made him relatively clean for a figure. I mean, I know like the arm in there maybe could have used a plate, like, you know, a third-party plate sort of thing. Other than that, and maybe covering the screws here, I think he looks pretty good. Like, I mean, I know that you've got the whole nose on the back, but yeah, like, it's still a fairly tidy robot mode sort of thing, you know, in my opinion. Again, don't have the weapon with him. I think he came with sort of like a weird dagger gun. So, like, it could be used as like a miniature sword, or it could be a gun. And then, of course, he came with the, you know, the Combiner Wars foot hand, or hand foot, which really doesn't look like anything. But yeah, like, I think Dragstrip was the only one that got released here in New Zealand. So the reason I have Menasor at all is, and actually managed to finish Superion, is because I had to order them from Amazon. So they came from the States. They weren't released here. Like, I think Dragstrip and most of Superion were released in that first wave, and then Motormaster and the other Stunticons and one aerial bot, who I can't remember which one it is, but one of the aerial bots then came in the second wave, and the second wave wasn't released in New Zealand. And then the kind of dumb but hilarious thing is, the exact same thing happened with the newer combiner of Menasor. So you got like Motormaster, you got some of the limbs, but not all of the limbs. You had to order them from specific stores, sort of thing, or you had to order them from online. So Menasor and Superion are both like the most difficult combiners to build, because for some stupid reason they keep releasing them in ways that you can't get the entire thing in my country. Whereas like all the other combiners, Combiner Wars and I think 2 now, have had releases here where you can get virtually all of them. Of course, you know, we haven't got Swindle yet for Bruticus, but I think all the other parts of Bruticus have actually come out here, and they were like short packed. So yeah, bit of a rant again, but I quite like Dragstrip. And I think, you know, like, if you can find a cheap version of it and you like the look of it, then, you know, you should pick it up. For me, because I don't combine them much and I don't transform them much, their joints are all pretty good. Your mileage is going to vary there. Some people will have looser copies, some will have tighter copies, blah blah blah. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.